What's up, everybody? This is Carolina Mike, your host for SharePoint in 60 seconds, where you can get the information you need right up front in the first 60 seconds. And if you want more, stick around for a step-by-step walkthrough. Today, we're going to show you exactly how to stop people from downloading stuff. Stick around.
I'm a SharePoint expert, play with data extra. Careful with my hands, cause I gotta use them for work. Yeah, I'm a big old nerd. I like maple syrup on my pancakes. I don't care what you heard.
Alright, let's get that timer rolling. First thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the gear icon, and you're going to pop in the site permissions. You're going to go to advanced permissions. Bam, here we go. Click on permission levels, and we're basically going to just burn a copy of the read. We're going to burn a copy of read. We're going to scroll down here, copy that permission level, and then we're going to call this stop downloading. And then we're going to go down to open items, deselect it. It also deselects view versions, and then we're going to create, and then we're going to use this stop downloading permission level, assign it to people and groups that you don't want to be able to download stuff. There you go. So now let's slow it down a little bit. Let's talk about what we did, and we'll even show you how to apply that permission. First and foremost, permission levels. If you're dealing with a site collection, that site collection comes with some default permission levels. You basically, in order to prevent downloading, my best understanding is that you need to remove the open items. Now, I will say, haven't done a whole lot of testing with this, so if y'all want to do some testing, let us know how it performs, but ultimately it should prevent people from having the download button. Like, it'll open in the browser, but there won't be a download option. You may want to do some testing with, see if it will let you open in the app and how it works from there. Nevertheless, we're going to continue with just the basics here. So you're going to create that a copy of read. All right. Well, like I said, every site collection is going to have those basic default permission levels. And what you're doing is you're going to burn a copy of read so you don't mess with this default level. And the way you burn a copy is you open that default level, you scroll, and you just copy that bad boy. All right. Once you've got it copied, you're basically going to be looking at all of the permission levels that were granted with read, but you would see that open items and view versions were selected. You deselect open items, which also deselects view versions, and then you go and you save it, and you're good to go. So now that you've got the permission level, you may want to make sure that these files that you don't want people to download are in a single container, meaning in a single document library. That way you can go to the library level, assign this entire library, or have a group that you assign to that library of people that you don't want to have the ability to download, and then assign this permission to that particular group. So here's how you would do that. We would go back, let's go back to the home, and we'll just fire off a new document library. Okay. I can't spell. Okay. Show and navigation. Sure, why not? Let's just make it super messy. Alright, so there we go. We got the document library. Now we're going to go to the library. We're going to look at the permissions on this library. We're going to go more library settings, and then permissions for this document library. It's going to be inheriting because I just created it. So members have edit access, which means they can go so far as to delete entire containers. They can also create pages. Owners can do whatever they want. Visitors can only read. But let's say we want a special group of people who can only view, but they cannot download. So one thing we're going to want to do here is create that group at the top level of the site collection. I know I'm using old terms, but so we'll go to the site collection here. We'll go to the site settings, and then we'll go people and groups, and we can create a group. We're going to create this group, but we're not going to assign them permissions to anything. No, this is adding it to that particular. It's not what I'm trying to do. You know what? If I go to permissions, I bet I'm going to have the ability. Okay, sorry, I was in the wrong menu. My bad. So recap. You're going to go to site settings and site permissions, or site permissions from, just go to site permissions. But you want to, if you're dealing with a subsite, make sure you're going all the way to the top level. But you shouldn't be dealing with subsites. Okay, you're going to create this group, and we're going to say can't download. And we're going to go down here and leave this all blank because we don't want to give this particular group access to anything yet. We're just stubbing it out at this point. So don't select anything. I'm going to create. All right. What a group name can't contain. Okay, there we go. No downloads. There we go. All right, that took a while. All right. So now we're going to go, we're in there. It bops us in, and we can add people, whoever we need to add your people. Okay, now you've got it. So now you're going to go and you're going to go to your, should be in the navigation here. There it is. And go back to your container and you're going to go to the permissions, library settings, more library settings, permissions for this library. And then you're going to stop inheriting permissions. Okay, because you are going to be adding a special group here. And now we can grant permissions to that no downloads, if I can remember what I called it. There we go. There's the group. It will share everything. Yep, we're not going to send emails. And we're going to grant the permission level stop downloading. And then we share. And we got to do a refresh just to make sure that it shows up. There we go. And the people who we had in there will be in there. There you go. You have just created a permission level that prevents downloads, and you've assigned it to a document library or to a group, and then assign that group permission to the library. You get what I'm saying. You did it. Congrats. Hopefully this has been helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with someone you think could use this information. And this is Carolina Mike saying, remember, SharePoint rocks, and so do you. We'll see you next time.
I'm a SharePoint expert, play with data extra. Careful with my hands, cause I gotta use them for work. Yeah, I'm a big old nerd. I like maple syrup on my pancakes. I